Hi Joshua, and hello world. Human dignity is simply the principle that humans have an infinite dignity grounded in their status as image bearers of God. AI could seriously affect how we see each other and ourselves as image bearers, how we see each other as dignity bearers. There are two kinds of technology, roughly. There's the kind that make new things possible and the kinds that make already possible things quicker or more efficient or better. The kinds of technology that make new things possible are phones, for example. I cannot communicate with someone across the ocean unless I have a technology to enable me to do that. Smithies are another example of this. We can't form hot metal with our hands, and all of the tools contained within a smithy allow blacksmithing to happen. Parts of the internet give us access to information that would otherwise be impossible to attain. Examples of technologies that make things quicker that we could already do are cars. We can walk 600 miles. It just takes us much, much, much longer than if we were to drive there. Bread kneaders make us faster at kneading bread. AI makes us faster at thinking, potentially. We make things in our image, and therefore they become extensions of us. They cyborgify us. Whenever I use my phone to call someone across an ocean, it gives me a new ability. It becomes an extension of me. But whenever we become cyborgified like this, we always lose something. Through the invention of the car, we lose arduous journeys, which is often an aspect of a hero's journey. With the advent of the phone, we lose our very sense of longing, because we can hear anyone at any time. With bread kneaders, we lose the kind of domestic meditation that comes with working with our hands. With the internet, we may even lose some sense of wonder. And with AI, what happens? What happens whenever we technologize thought itself? The scholastic philosophers believed that the rational soul is actually what makes us human. I have three theories for things that we might lose whenever we start using AI, if we choose to start using AI. First, we may lose an anthropology of uniqueness. We may have our image degraded. If we create an object that is able to do the thing that humans are uniquely capable of doing, we may no longer see humanity as special, as something to be preserved. Practically speaking, we already hear many teachers talking about how AI is making their students incapable of thought. It is causing their students to fail to be able to write essays, to be able to do research. Of course, the internet has already begun this process, but AI seems to be continuing it. Psychologically and spiritually, we may lose some of our values. The advent of AI makes information seem cheap, which Google has already been doing for decades. We lose the idea of the virtue of studiousness whenever we can get information at the snap of a finger. And even more so whenever we can get something to find information for us at the snap of a finger. When we give our schedule making to AI, we may lose our innate sense of autonomy. When we give our essay writing to AI, we may lose our sense of ordering the world. When we give our letter writing to AI, we may lose our sense of interconnection with other beings. We have to think carefully about this. There is no technology without a price to our humanity. And hence, we have to use all technologies with a sense of moderation. Our societal immoderation with the car is demonstrated by the fact that as a society, we are unhealthy because we don't walk, and we're lonely because we're all in our little boxes that go straight from home to work, back to home. Our societal moderation on the positive side can be demonstrated by a technology like power tools, because craftspeople are still very adept at using both power tools and manual tools like the screwdriver. We can choose to use AI immoderately or moderately. If we use it moderately, we may retain our sense of humanity, amplify the common good, improve the state of our common home, and even glorify God. Only by cultivating virtues like moderation can we use AI well. The development of AI itself is not going to moderate itself. We have to choose how we are going to use it. And if we are going to use it well, we have to be willing, if necessary, to use it less, which at this stage of the environmental cost of AI seems like a wise choice. Pope Francis gives the example of a person who uses heating and AC less and simply modifies his or her way of dress in the home as being an example of the kind of person with the kind of stuff that is needed to develop ecological virtue. We have to be willing to moderate ourselves. And furthermore, on the Christian, it is even an obligation because of our vocation to be stewards. To summarize on the 3 principles of Catholic social teaching, human dignity means that we have to have an intentional use of AI in moderation in order to preserve our sense of human uniqueness and rationality. As far as subsidiarity goes, we must give AI to many communities, and there has to be a national or international authority that can impose sanctions on AI as it currently exists, so as to prevent a cyberpunk future. And finally, with regards to solidarity, we have to use AI with a preferential option for the poor, making sure that people have work and provisions, including solidarity, not only with the people who are among us now, but even with future generations, a temporal solidarity. In order to make AI for the common good, we have to reflect on what that actually means. I hope this video is a start. If we begin with the question of why we are here, we can systematically and charitably think about the kind of world we want to leave for the future and what kinds of technology we want to take into the heavenly banquet. If we do not ask that question, we're more likely to leave AI in the hands of either the technocracy monster or the greed monster, either of which will gladly crush the poor and pulp the surface of the earth for diabolical ends. And with that, let's decide as a collective how we're actually going to use this technology, if we choose to use it at all. Thank you.